Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing our first word problem involving trigonometry. So let's read this word problem. A wire is attached from the top of a 30-foot telephone pole to a stake in the ground. If the angle formed by the wire and the pole is 48 degrees, what is the length of the wire? So we have, in any word problem, especially in geometry, you should think about what this looks like. And to help me think about what this looks like, I'm going to draw a nice diagram. We have this 30-foot telephone pole. Telephone pole that's about 30 feet tall. And we have a wire from the top of the telephone pole hitting the ground, somewhere on the ground. So that's the wire. And the angle that the wire and the telephone pole make is 48 degrees. And now it's asking us, what is the length of the wire? Well, now let's imagine this space here is the ground, and if we draw what the ground looks like, we get a nice triangle. This is going to be our right angle because the telephone pole is going to be vertical, and the ground is horizontal, perfectly flat. Now it's asking us the length of the wire. That's this side right here. So we can mark that as X. Now if we look at our 48 degrees, what two sides are given to us? Well, it gives us X, which is across from the right angle, which is then going to be our hypotenuse. And you can also just tell because it seems to be the longest side. Now it also gives us another side that's right next to our 48 degree angle. And if it, or 48 degree angle, yep. And if it's right next to that 48 degree angle, then it has to be the adjacent side. And what formula uses the adjacent and the hypotenuse? Well, that would be cosine. So we're going to say that the cosine of 48 degrees is equal to the adjacent side, so 30, over the hypotenuse, x. So how do I solve for x now? Multiply by x on both sides. So on both sides, multiply by x. These two then cancel out. You get 30 equals x times the cosine of 48 degrees. Then, what do we do after this? Well, to get rid of the cosine of 48, we have to divide. So we divide by the cosine of 48. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So cosine 48, these are going to cancel out. You're just left with x equals, and the cosine over 48 degrees. To do that, you're going to have to get your calculator out and type in 30. Well, first turn it on. Do 30 divided by, I always like to put in parentheses, cosine of 48. Close your parentheses. Hit enter, and you get 44.83. And that's it. That's our answer. So 44.83. And that is how you solve a word problem with trigonometry.